lot of people put the beginning of hip hop in August 11, 1973. So basically, this year is supposed to be 50 years of hip hop. And the narrative says that it starts at 1520 on Sandwich Avenue in the Bronx. But I've been telling, with the research that I've been doing, hip hop goes way back, even before that. Because actually, the hip hop began with the New York City gangs culture. Like for example, the Black Spades, the how you call it, 7 Immortals, the Ghetto Brothers, Sex Bachelors, all those gangs activities that it was present at the Bronx, at the burning Bronx at that moment, because you know it was a time that the landlords, they were putting the buildings on fire to collect the insurance. They didn't even care about the people at that moment, and the unemployment rate in the Bronx was very high. It was like the poorest place to live in the U.S. at that moment. And I think that gang activity is actually what it helps to push the formation of hip hop, because the elements was already scattered. The MC was already doing their thing with the DJs on parties. The B-boys, they were doing their thing dancing, and the graffiti artists, they were doing their thing separate as well, expressing themselves through the graffiti, writing things about the police, about the government, and blah blah blah. Okay, what happens is that when these gangs start fighting over turf and territories and unemployment as well, you know, and when I said gangs, a lot of people may be thinking about old people, but no, these gangs were formed with kids were 16 years old, 14 years old, 18, 20 years old. They were kids though, trying to survive from that environment without water, without heat, without an opportunity to work. So when I was doing all that research, the story says that it was one guy from the Ghetto Brothers. It's called Black Benji.
Come on.
And then Black Benji, he was another gang was I don't remember right now. Another gang was having an issue with another gang member, and Black Benji went over there, tried to stop that. And he said, "Man, we are preaching now peace." And that other gang member goes like, "We don't care about that." They jumped on him and killed him.
And they killed him.
And then
they had the whole Avenue meeting.
Yeah, and then they have the whole Avenue thing with the Ghetto Brothers and Ghetto Benji, Mr. Melendez. That thanks to God, I had the opportunity to meet him alive before he passed away. I have the opportunity, God bless, to meet him alive, and I talked to him about those events, and actually that is what is put a stop on that violence. So they started using the elements as a form of expression. Like instead of fighting, they were doing graffiti. Instead of killing, they were doing b-boying. Instead of fighting each other, they would do a jam and try to rebuild the Bronx. That's what the Ghetto Brother was doing with the whole incident, with the whole Avenue incident. They go like, "Man, we're gonna stop it right here, and we're gonna start working for the community, and we're gonna watch the community." And those events are so important because those are actually the events that impose what we know now as a hip hop. That's the way I see it.
That's
with